We just end our 8th edition of the Street Art Fest, and as I say, it's over 300 pieces that have been done in this metropolitan area. Coming from superstars like Shepard Fairey, the artist who done the Hope poster from Obama that is just behind me. We got this ability to show this kind of artworks that are barely able to be seen anywhere else in the world. This is ensuring the accessibility and the availability of art for free for everybody all the time. That reinforces the interaction between a cultural proposal and the entire ecosystem that is helping, and we are all going the same direction. So that's really encouraging for the future. There is a lot of things to see, a strong ecosystem and a really strong dynamic about street art in this area. My name is Jérôme Catz. I'm the director of the Space Junk Art Centers, which are 3 art centers located in France, in Grenoble, Bayonne and Lyon. And I'm also the director of the Street Art Fest Grenoble Alpes, which is the biggest European street art festival. I'm a former professional snowboarder, so that was my first life, let's say. And since 2003, I launched this art center project. Today we realized in the Grenoble area over 300 murals. The Space Junk Art Center program or project was definitely to organize the encounter between the artwork and the public. Mediation is the name of how we call that, and that's the most important part of what we are doing. So we are not a selling place. We are definitely here to make everything's match between the viewer of an artwork and the artist and what he presents. So that's our mission, let's say. So today we just end our 8th edition of the Street Art Fest, and as I say, it's over 300 pieces that have been done in this metropolitan area. So first we start in Grenoble, but we rapidly extend to other municipalities that are in the metropolitan area. That was pretty interesting to see how we start really from local artists and where we are today, with all those, a lot of artists coming from overseas, and it's definitely reached let's say a huge but international recognition, with international artists coming from all over the world. From the range of the artists that we invite and we host here until this 8th edition, it's coming from superstars like Shepard Fairey, the artist who done the Hope poster from Obama that is just behind me, but also some other artists that they are less known from the public, but they are kind of superstars in the street art milieu. Artists that can come from Venezuela, Africa, Japan, China, everywhere in the world, but they are a bit less known by the public, but the skills and the quality of their work is just amazing. A level of skill, of knowledge in the technique that I believe it's good enough, to be presented on a very, very big wall. One of the other, I'll say, topic or important thing in this festival is that really focus on hosting artists that are coming with new proposal and in the subject, but mostly in the technique. So we host people like LPVDA, which is a Switzerland artist, or Simon Berger, which is another Swiss artist, but both of them invent new way of doing street art. Simon Berger is doing that, breaking glasses. LPVDA, for example, is someone who's painting by sanding wood. So it's a new way to create art, but in other areas also, it's opened the field of doing street art on old chalet in the mountain, for example, which is pretty respectful from the environment. And there is a kind of perfect connection between the support and and the artwork expressed also. So those kind of things are really important, and we're trying to improve into the digital way also. So yeah, we are kind of focused also on innovation. One of the other things that could characterize the festival is that we got the ability to present committed pieces, so from committed artists that they want to express a strong political message. So we got a total liberty of expression in this festival. Major pieces like the one from Gowin that was created in 2016 for the second edition of the festival was the perfect demonstration of this piece, because it created a lot of feedback from the States, who really asked us to cancel the piece, to erase the piece. But the politics in Grenoble just stand with us and with the liberty of creation and expression. So that was the perfect demonstration that we got this ability to show this kind of artworks that are barely able to be seen anywhere else in the world. So that's a point of Grenoble, and we got this area in the hypercenter of Grenoble where you got most of the committed pieces are located in a nice venue, which is a parking, but it's pretty well located in the center of the city. Also, one of the things that characterize this festival is that as everything is free except the beers, we're doing some tours every day. They are free, and that's where people who don't know exactly the discipline or this movement can ask any question and have a lot of answers about where this movement comes from and what it expresses. The festival takes place in the Grenoble area, and that's a really interesting place because since the Second World War, there was a kind of laboratory of what is popular culture and popular education. Since then, there was always a strong interaction with the cultural institutions and the public, and the relation between the art and the public. So we are trying to keep alive this popular education spirit that is still here in this area, and trying to include it into the festival and everything we are doing. The street art is today answering a lot of questions in the art, because that's barely 40 years that now we are the contemporary art and the conceptual art are really strong in all the Western countries, and the street art thing is coming with easy to understand pieces, huge. So that's really interesting also, because that's a new confrontation with from also human size with something that is very big. So it's pretty impressive, especially if you're a kid. And so that's creates something new in our spaces, in our cities, and that's free. That's available 24 hours a day. This is answering the accessibility and the availability of art for free for everybody all the time. So the festival also benefits to the entire ecosystem, including the economic ecosystem. So by driving the attractivity of this area, we figured that a lot of companies are interested into associating their name with the festival, or helping us to develop this manifestation that is, once again, totally free for everybody. One of the interesting things with the economic actors is that as they are really close from what's happening into this area, because they are talking a lot with the people who are working for them, they can really measure the interest that the public get from our proposal. Starting from that, they are helping us. They are funding, some of them are funding the festival in several manners, but that reinforces the interaction between a cultural proposal and the entire ecosystem that is helping, and we are all going the same direction. So that's pretty encouraging for the future. So if you're an international student and you expect to come to Grenoble, be certain that there is a lot of things to see, a strong ecosystem and a really strong dynamic about street art in this area.